is Sarah from Mindful Stonehaven with our second practice for Aberdeenshire Council's Winter Wellbeing. And this practice can really help us notice when we get carried away by our thoughts. And it's another simple practice that just helps us engage with all of the sounds that are around us. And even if you're somewhere super quiet, you'll always be able to notice some sounds, whether they're sounds of nature, whether they're sounds of a busy house or a workplace. And then with this practice, we show the same attention to any thoughts that are there for us, and reminding ourselves that we don't have to believe everything that we think. Thoughts can feel very real, but also taking a moment to notice that they're just mental events that are going on in our heads. And particularly during these changing times, there might be lots of thoughts. So hopefully this practice can give us some space. So taking a moment and finding a posture that works for you. Perhaps you're sitting, perhaps you're lying down. Perhaps you're listening to this while you're walking. Just taking a moment to really tune in to what we're arriving with as we start this practice, the sensations in the body, perhaps the body just sitting, those sensations of contact with the surfaces that we're sitting on, the chair, the sofa. Perhaps noticing the sensations of the feet making contact, the floor, the ground. And just really taking a moment and choosing a posture that is comfortable. Really sending a message to this body to be at ease, even just for a few moments. Just gently tuning in to the sensations of breathing. You can close your eyes or keep them open, it's totally up to you. But perhaps just noticing this body that's just sitting here and this body that's just breathing. So the sensations of the rising and the falling of the chest, of the abdomen as we breathe in, as we breathe out. This breath in this moment, each one different, each one special, a reminder to be right here, right now. And even as I say that, you might notice your mind is off wandering. And so let's notice where it's wandered to. Perhaps you've been distracted by sounds. So let's gently allow those sounds into this practice, into this time together. No need to go searching for them. Just let them arise and fall away, just as sounds do. So taking a moment and really tuning into any sounds that might be taking place all around us. And perhaps you're also noticing that you want to label them, that you want to notice whether they're sounds that you like or dislike, whether they're sounds of nature. How about instead, let's just let the sounds come and let the sounds go. Noticing that we can't control the sounds, even if we wanted to. Perhaps allowing ourselves to notice the depth of the sound, how far away or how near it is. Tuning into whether the sound is constant or whether it's sudden. Just gently noticing and welcoming these sounds as part of what's happening right here, right now. And so as we sit here, noticing any sounds, welcoming them as they rise up and fall away. Let's just bring our focus once more back to breathing, this simple act of breathing in, of breathing out. Although you might notice that the sounds are still following you, and that's okay. And how about now tuning into any thoughts that might be there? Noticing whether they are thoughts that are very familiar, whether they're random thoughts about the past, or perhaps we're thinking about a future that hasn't yet happened. And reminding ourselves that just as with the sounds, how can we let these thoughts just come and go? Almost as if they are clouds in the sky of our mind, and all we're doing is watching them. And perhaps noticing whether that sky is beautifully blue with just a few white fluffy clouds, or perhaps it's grey and overcast. Perhaps there are lots and lots of thoughts. Perhaps the mind is busy. And if that's the case, then just very gently coming back to this body that's just breathing. Following that breath all the way in, all the way out. Grounding ourselves once more with this body and this breath. Before going back and noticing what thoughts are there now. Perhaps they're different ones. Perhaps the mind has decided to settle, and there might be some stillness there, but no worries if not. The mind likes to be distracted with sounds and thoughts. It's just what minds do. And we can let these sounds, let these thoughts just come and go. We can let them rise up and fall away. We don't have to solve anything. We don't have to do anything in this moment. And in these final moments of the practice, just gently letting our focus on thoughts, on sounds, gently fade away. Coming back once more to this body that's just sitting. This body that's just breathing. And taking a few breaths in together for these final moments of the practice, breathing in as if we're breathing in from the soles of the feet all the way up through the body. As if this whole body is breathing all the way up to the top of the head and beyond. Breathing in, let that breath soothe you. And breathing out, imagining that breath coming down from the top of the head all the way through the body, back down to the tips of the toes. Letting things be. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, but right here, right now. In this moment, just breathing. And as we finish this practice up, just allowing ourselves perhaps a sense of gratitude for taking some time to just be when there's so many other pressures on our time. And visualizing ourselves sitting here in our own spaces, connected virtually by this practice. Sensing into the body just sitting, the body just breathing. And with the next out breath, gently blinking the eyes open if you had them closed. Perhaps giving yourself a lovely stretch, moving the body. And just letting that practice be absorbed. And you might have noticed there was lots going on for you, lots of sounds, lots of thoughts, and that's okay. You can't do this right or wrong. So thank you so much for tuning in and for taking some time for you to support your well-being. And as always, stay safe, stay well, and take care of yourselves. Bye for now.